you mentioned earlier was the franchise model, which is what you're doing now, right? So talk to me a little bit about that, right? If someone's like, all right, Kris, this house also sounds amazing. I don't know if the RAL space is really what I want, but like this is something that I think is doable and probably makes more sense. Talk to me through that process, right? And kind of how you started that whole model.
Well, so like about, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, I was in a group called C12, and they were talking about what's your BHAG, and we wrote out like, our big, hairy, audacious goal, and mine was 100 locations. That's been it since that day, right? So ever since that moment, when I feel like God had put on my heart like 100 locations, like that's the goal, like that's where we're going, that's the aim, okay? I was like, how do I get there? So I spent about 1.5 years like trying to see if like I could raise private equity, if we could raise funding, because to expand and scale this thing, But I realized that no one was interested. There wasn't that real estate component. It's like they couldn't put enough money into it. There wasn't enough proof of concept out there. So it was like I realized I can't beat that drum anymore. And so all of a sudden, that's when the moment where I realized the power of franchising, because at the end of the day, you're able to scale and grow something, because you're assembling a team of people that want to be their own business owners, but they don't want to do the entire thing by themselves. They want to partner in it, but they want to still have that ability to own their own business. And so to me, that's when I was like, you know what, this. I think this model would work perfectly for adult daycare. And you started seeing all the childcare centers that had popped up, and every single one of those childcare centers are all franchise models. Now they got the canine resorts and stuff, all those things are franchise models, because they all run into the same problem, where their real estate component isn't big enough for Wall Street, and then but there's still a larger kind of upfront cost. So really franchising makes sense because you reduce some of the risk, to the individual who wants to start a business, because you already have a kind of a proven model. But then at the same time, you give them the ability to own their own business, and it's more of a partnership. So once we decided to go down that route, I was like, you know what? I think this is the way we scale to 100 locations. I think it's the way we can bring this concept to every state in the U.S. And scale this concept nationally. And so that was so we spent the last year behind the scenes just working on that.
So you guys are still getting all the franchise stuff taken care of as of right?
So we're official now. We literally spent an entire year. We built out all the manuals. We've finalized our franchise disclosure document. We literally went through an entire rebranding. So we are now referred to as ActivAge, and it's ACTIV. There's no E, so ActivAge, all one word. Because we had to get a registered trademark, so we had to make up a word, because every other word's taken. Yeah. So, but ActivAge, it kind of it speaks to what we do, and it just at the end of the day is that's what we decided on, and we rebranded all around that. And the new brand's fun, man. It's just it's like Margaritaville meets 1960s retro vibe. So it's just a fun brand. I mean, we just recently got all of our renderings of our interior build out, and it's got storefronts, and it's of our new location in Sarasota, and it is it's so cool. I cannot wait to see it in person one day.
Yeah, I keep seeing it, and I'm like, dude, that's gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click here. We'll see you guys next time.